Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next-level tactics. From off-site and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
SEO Outsourcing. Pros and cons of outsourcing your SEO. If you've tried your hand at search engine optimization for your clients but you haven't quite gotten the results you wanted, or if you find your agency strapped for resources, you might consider outsourcing your client's SEO. Every SEO firm is unique in terms of service, experience, and price, so if you want the best possible results for your budget, it's important to understand why outsourcing is beneficial, and what types of firms tend to see the most success. Throughout this guide, we'll help you understand the main motivations for outsourcing your client's SEO, the considering factors for choosing a firm, and best practices for working with a firm moving forward. The basics of SEO outsourcing. The premise of SEO service outsourcing is simple. You'll work with a third party to get access to SEO services on your client's behalf. This agency will optimize your client's site, write new content, and build links to help your clients earn higher search engine rankings and get more traffic. Depending on the agency or individual you're working with, different services may be available. In most cases, these services will be white-labeled, meaning your agency can take credit for the work, and present all information with your own branding. Most of the time, agencies outsource SEO with one of two main options. 1. Independent contractors, freelancers. Hiring independent contractors can have its advantages. You can assemble your own team of specialists. You can save money in most cases. You can also provide more overarching direction. But at the same time, independent contractors can be hard to find, and they tend to be less reliable. Additionally, you won't have much help with the high-level strategic direction of your campaigns. 2. SEO Companies Agencies. A better option is to work with an SEO company or agency. These organizations exist purely to provide outsourced SEO services, and they tend to have access to a robust amount of resources, including specialists in many areas related to SEO. You'll pay a bit more to work with an SEO agency, but it's well worth the money to get access to their expertise, reliability, and resources. The benefits of outsourcing your client's SEO. Now, the obvious question. What's the benefit of outsourcing SEO? There are actually many different benefits, assuming you're working with a quality SEO provider. Save time. First, you'll save time. You won't have to follow tedious steps, nor will you need to invest as much time in strategic planning. That way, you can focus on customer service and providing services in other areas. Save money. Outsourcing SEO will cost you money, but don't forget about the money you're saving. By hiring an SEO agency, you can avoid a full-time hire, and spend fewer man-hours on each client campaign. Ultimately, many providers end up saving money by outsourcing. Get better results. Your outsourcing partner is an expert in SEO, so it's likely that outsourcing will get you better results. Your client will climb rankings faster, get more organic traffic, and earn greater brand visibility. Offer more services. If your organization is limited in the range or volume of services it can offer, outsourcing is the best way to expand your offerings. You can offer your existing clients more support and make a better pitch to new clients in the future. Skip training and education. Succeeding in SEO requires you to constantly train and educate yourself. You'll need to familiarize yourself with the latest Google updates and the latest SEO trends and keep improving your technical skills. While it's still a good idea to do this to some extent, outsourcing allows you to push this burden onto a third party. Free up internal resources. If an SEO agency is handling the bulk of your SEO campaign, you can free up your internal resources to focus on other responsibilities. That could mean managing an internal campaign, or working on other important matters. Get access to better reporting. Many SEO providers struggle to provide adequate reporting to their clients. They aren't sure what metrics to report or find it difficult to put together consistent report documentation. If you outsource the work, your partner will be responsible for generating and distributing these reports. See faster progress. Though not a guarantee, in many cases, you'll see much faster progress when working with an agency. You'll have access to more resources and more expertise, so there are fewer errors and less troubleshooting to deal with. Collaborate with an outsider. Even if you're an SEO expert, you won't have all the information, and you'll suffer from your own cognitive biases in marketing. Working with an outsider can introduce you to new perspectives, and help you come up with better ideas for the campaign. It's also one of the reasons we advise outsourcing your chief marketing officer role to an agency. It typically costs less overall, but the input from multiple members of your team cannot be understated. Earn a better reputation. With an SEO partner, you'll provide better results for your clients. You'll be able to focus more on customer service. And you might even be able to save your clients money. This will work wonders for your reputation and can help you attract even more clients in the future. Critical questions to ask before outsourcing. First, let's take a look at some of the questions you should be asking yourself before you decide to hire an outside firm. Outsourcing your blog writing or link building work isn't always the best option, and before you choose a firm, you should know exactly why you're looking for one in the first place. How long have you been working with your client? SEO is a long-term strategy. If you're frustrated at not seeing results after a month of work, it might be a little too early to escalate your campaign by outsourcing. What type of results have you seen so far? If you've already spent a significant amount of time optimizing for your client, what progress have you seen? There are many ways to measure the success of an SEO campaign, and one of the most common is also one of the least valuable. Many SEO amateurs measure success in terms of keyword rankings when in reality, the better measure of your success lies in traffic. After all, ranking high for a set of keywords doesn't necessarily mean you'll see more web traffic, and it certainly doesn't mean those visitors are buying what your client is selling. Still, if you're seeing lackluster results, outsourcing SEO could be the solution. What is your budget? Outsourcing your SEO will cost extra money, and cheap SEO services tend to do more harm than good. Make sure you have the cash to support your outsourcing efforts sufficiently. What is your time frame? Again, SEO is a long-term strategy. If you're interested in finding a way to quickly or temporarily boost your clients' rankings, outsourcing may not be a good idea. However, if you're looking for a several-month or several-year strategy to build a healthy authority, outsourcing is a fantastic option. What services do you need? Are there specific services you want to provide but don't currently have the internal resources to support? Are you interested in outsourcing everything for your client's campaign, from top to bottom? What kind of interaction do you want? How involved do you want to be in your SEO outsourcing efforts? Some companies prefer a totally hands-off approach, saving time by allowing their chosen firm to handle everything. Others want to have weekly meetings on progress, working together to achieve their clients' goals. Do you have any special needs? Are there any other concerns or special needs you have? For example, is it vital that your outsourced SEO services are white-labeled? Are you interested in a month-to-month contract to get more flexibility? Setting your long-term goals. Before you get any further, it's time to consider what your long-term goals for the campaign are. For example, what metrics are you most interested in? Keyword rankings aren't always the best measure of your SEO results. Are you interested in generating more organic traffic? Or are you interested in generating more relevant traffic, such as people who are more likely to buy your client's products? What level of competition are you facing? An SEO firm might be able to help you answer this question, but it's important to consider it before you start looking. Is your client a local business, or are they competing with national enterprises? You should also consider whether you're interested in outsourcing the entire SEO campaign, or just a fraction of it. If you already perform some tasks yourself, you should outline a list of services you'll need from an outsourced firm. Comprehensive SEO outsourcing services typically include strategy and planning. What are the goals of this campaign, and how will you get there? Keyword research. Which keywords and phrases are most important to target, based on their search volume, competition rating, and relevance? Competition analysis. What are your clients' competitors doing, and how can you counter their strategies? Market research. What does your client's average searcher look like, and how can you better target them? Technical SEO. Is your client's website as accurately indexed in Google, and is it performing optimally on all devices? SEO Audit Analysis. How has your client's website performed in the past, and which areas are most in need of improvement? On-site writing and optimization. How can you optimize your client's site for your target keywords? Blog writing. Campaigns need some kind of ongoing content development strategy. Local SEO. If your client depends heavily on local searches, consider adding local SEO as well. Link building. Link building is vital for building domain and page authority and increasing rankings over time. Social media marketing. Some campaigns benefit from social media marketing as a way to distribute content and earn more links. PPC advertising and other strategies. Though they may not affect SEO directly, strategies like PPC advertising can serve a complementary role in attracting more traffic and yielding better overall marketing results. Reporting and analysis. You'll likely need some way to report on your progress and ongoing results, including the development of key performance indicators. However, you may only need some of these options.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.